Hi, everyone. We're
What's
back.
going on, Lynn?
I know, long time no see, DJ.
Long
Actually,
time no
not
see,
really.
man. Yeah,
Um,
that's true, right?
DJ's actually been behind the scenes on a lot of them. We are training new people, and he's still very much so the mastermind. I'm calling you that. Behind Yuntaku Live. So, welcome everyone. Thank you again for joining us for HUOA's 29th episode of Yuntaku Live. We are here in November 2020, and which is continuing to be one of the most interesting years. I think we can honestly say that. Thank you again for everyone who is joining us from near and far. Make sure you tell us where you're from. Like all the people, we got somebody from the Ninth Island, we got California in the house. Aloha from Okinawa.
Woo!
And of course, Linda
Aloha,
is
aloha.
the Andagi posse is in the house. All right. So thank you all
How's it
from
going, Kane?
everywhere from Kaneohe, Waipahu, San Jose, Vegas,
Jenny, long time no
Okinawa.
see.
Thank you again, guys. This is super exciting. We do have very special guests for you today. We have the Yuttai Kwattai. But before we bring them on, we have a bunch of updates from the Hawaii United Okinawa Association. So again, just a reminder, a lot of people that we found out, we looked at the backside, the analytics, and we still have a lot of people who are watching the show but haven't actually subscribed. So if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell next to it so you get the notifications. It was a great, we're really interested to see all the analytics behind our subscribers. And so we want to thank you. It's truly a worldwide audience, and we appreciate each and every one of you. Um, Please comment and let us know. Hey, Costco, somebody's watching from Costco. Great. Good job, Chris. No, sorry. But we got Tokyo. Hey, Travis, how are you? Kalemai Le no wait, let's see.
So
Oh,
met you in Okinawa at the
Taikai.
Taikai, yeah?
That's
Very nice, very nice.
2016 one, yeah.
2016.
Wow.
Hi, Saigusuyo
Um,
from Tokyo. What's going on, Travis?
hey,
Thanks for
but
joining us.
thank you so much. And once again, I know we do humbly ask for any donations. I know that it's been a tough year. There's a lot of people who are actually out of work, and we fully understand that. But we do humbly ask, this also has been a tough year for our organization. As many of you know, over a third of our income comes from renting the hall, our beautiful Hawaii
Mm.
Okinawa Center Hall for birthday parties, graduation parties, retirement parties, whatever. And we have had zero of that pretty much since March. So um, we are scrappy, I like to say. We are figuring it out along the way, but every little bit counts. And so we do appreciate your donations. And you can go to huoa.org/donate. We make it easy via PayPal, or you can always write a check. We still have people in the office coming in um, to receive mail, answer the phones, and things like that. So we appreciate each and every one of you. We also did send out an annual giving campaign letter.
That's
That is
right.
our annual letter that we do send out every year in about October, November. It's our year in giving, and we ask people to make sure that if they are, in a position to give toward the end of the year when most people start thinking about what nonprofits they want to support, that we humbly ask for your donation there too. All right, I see we got Wahewa in the house. Very good,
All right.
very good. DJ, tell us a little bit about where you are right now, because I think everyone's noticing that you have a
Yeah,
little bit of a different background.
I've
And my
been
camera
gone
looks
for a while.
blurry.
I've been gone for a while, so I feel like I'm in a dark pit, and it probably looks like I'm in a dark pit. But I'm actually at the Okinawa Center, and so I have
Hmm.
these two bright lights that are shining at me. But behind me is actually a lot of the chairs. I didn't have a chance to set up the background, so I just figured I just make the background black.
It looks
So I
dramatic.
am at the
Yeah.
Okinawa. Yes, very dramatic.
Oh,
Nice
very good.
contrast with your white background.
Yeah.
And oh yeah, and then I saw your post about your wonderful new orchid.
Oh, yeah. Hey. These are orchids from
Very
Kogachi
nice.
Orchids. We're always looking for small ways to support local, and Sherry Tamashiro always reminds me that Kogachi Orchids one of our Uchinanchu businesses, and they're at Kakako Farmers Market on Saturday morning. So I went down um, bought some orchids. Like I was looking for like some really nice purple ones to go along with the white background. So thanks again, and shout out to all of our Uchinanchu businesses. We did send out a purple blast today, um, to announce our, Yuttai Kwattai show. And then we also have the HUOA virtual craft fair coming up. There they are. And the HUOA
Ta-da.
virtual craft fair. All right, it's happening now through January 15th. And for many of the people in our community, actually people, the wider Oahu audience particularly knows about our HUOA Winter Craft Fair. It would normally be the weekend after Thanksgiving, big event here at the Hawaii Okinawa Center. But unfortunately, due to out of abundance of caution, we are not having it this year. We don't want to gather large amounts of people, and we just can't use the ballroom at this point too. So what we did instead is we worked with a lot of the vendors who have an online presence, and we're doing a virtual craft fair. So what that means is we've gathered a bunch of the different vendors that are normally at our craft fair. We have an online directory that you can find. So we please ask everyone to do your holiday shopping and support our local vendors. What it will do is it'll take you, it's more like a directory. It'll take you to their website or their Instagram page or their, portal where you can buy directly from them. So great timing now. I would highly recommend you do your holiday shopping now because it's going to take a while for things to ship. And then, with COVID, you probably have to ship it back out. And it's just going to be one of those years where, like the other day I was at Ala Moana, it was like a line to go into almost every store I wanted to go to. So I was like, give up, right? So, because they can only do 50% capacity, or there's only so many people they can let in the store at a time. So thank you to everyone. Yeah, just come to the virtual craft fair, pick out everything you need. We are doing it for a full 2-month period too, because we know that people need time to shop and look, and we want to give the crafters as much exposure as we can. And so, but don't wait. Don't if you're like a procrastinator like me, I'm like, oh, don't wait till January, or the day before Christmas and looking around for presents still. Definitely get your holiday shopping now. We'll be doing a whole show on them, right?
That's right. So next week we have Courtney, who's one of the coordinators for this event, is going to be running a special virtual craft fair show next week Tuesday on Yuntaku Live. And so stay tuned next week Tuesday. She's going to feature many of the craft vendors that are participating, and they're going to be showing many of their offerings, what you can buy on at the craft fair. So it should be a very exciting show.
Yeah,
I should be able to finish my my Christmas shopping next week Tuesday while watching it.
Yeah,
it's
actually,
like QVC.
You can do it while
it's like
you're
QVC, right? It's an Okinawan QVC.
I think we've hit on another thing. While you're watching, you can just on your phone or on the website start visiting there.
OVC.
OVC. Oh man. But yes, thank you. Tell your friends, tell your family. We'll be posting different vendors on our social media channels, and let's get our support for our local businesses. Also, thank you to everyone who supported our HUOA marketplace and did our Purple Friday. I hope many of you started getting your Purple Friday shipments, possibly, especially the Uchinanchu no Hi bags and shirts. I believe they started to send those out. So you'll give us a shout out on Facebook or Instagram if you did receive your Purple Friday shipments already. So let us know. All right.
Hey, last but not least,
yep.
Hey, I know you're so busy, Lynn, and I mean you do so many things for HUOA, but you're also part of the U.S.-Japan Council, and from my understanding, you're going to be doing a symposium coming up.
Yes,
or at
that's
least
right.
Participating in a
a panel discussion. Yes, so I'll be representing the Hawaii United Okinawa Association on a panel for the U.S.-Japan Council talking about MPO sustainability, and this is more about like leadership sustainability. How do we get younger people into leadership positions and make sure that the organization is stable for many years to come? HUOA does a very good intentional job of this. It's not easy. I wouldn't say we have similar problems to other organizations. all over the country, but it is something we always keep in mind, and like who is our next leaders, who, making sure that we incorporate various ages. I think that's part of our strength as HUOA, is that we have different generations, right? We kind of have programs at every life stage, I'll call it, the younger children, high school students, young adult. I guess we're middle-aged adults now. I call them, and then retirees, and then super seniors, right? So I think everyone has a place at HUOA, and I think it's gonna be wonderful to see. Norman Nakasone is one of my mentors too. He's past president of HUOA. He's introducing us. And then I also get to talk with a few other people on the panel from the Japanese American Citizens League, and also John Osaki's from the Japanese Community Youth Council in the Bay Area. So very proud to be representing HUOA. This is tomorrow morning, 8:30 Hawaii time. Sorry, I had to do the math in my head real quick.
Nice, Lynn.
But yeah, 1:30 Eastern, 8:30 Hawaii time in the morning. So we'll see you there for those of you who are able to log on. And I believe I'll have a link later on that I can probably share with HUOA community after it's all done. So
I'll put this on the chat too. Yeah, the link to this.
Thank you.
Direct link.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right.
Exciting,
Lynn.
Exciting stuff. So without further ado, I want to bring on our guests today. Our guests, I should say. The group name is Yuttai Kwattai. And for those of you who watch the Virtual Okinawan Festival, they're definitely one of the highlight groups. We had people asking us, who's this? Wait. They really like the music. And so we're excited to have them on tonight. So let's bring on Brandon Ng, Kurt Kinoza, Derek Fujio, Noah Kutaka, and Rich Kiabu. Hey!
Yay!
Hi.
What's up, guys?
What's going on, guys?
How are you?
All right.
Super good. Excited.
Good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah, we're super excited. As you can tell, people are streaming in from various locations. So this is kind of like we have our Brady Bunch screen going on. But just wanted to let's start off with a little bit about maybe introducing yourselves one by one, just real quick, and then we'll go into the name and who you guys are and how you started. So maybe let's start with Brandon.
Okay. I'm Brandon Ng, Okinawan on my mom's side, and it's actually not my first time on Yuntaku, so thank you for having me back. I mostly play the guitar and sing in the band. So
yeah,
is that what you wanted to know?
Yep. Okay, let's go. Does it look the same on everyone else's screen? Kurt in the middle.
Yes.
How are you?
So I'm all right. I'm doing all right. My name's Kurt Ginoza. I'm full Okinawan. Dad's side of the family from King. Mom's side's from Gushchan. For the band, I mainly play ukulele, trumpet, and sanshin.
Very nice.
Ukulele, trumpet, and sanshin. What a combo. Very good. Okay, how about Richie?
Hi, everybody. My name is Richie Kiabu. My dad's Okinawan from Kita Nakagusku. My mom's side's from Mieiken. I'm the percussionist and comedian for this band.
The comedian.
That's official title.
We're gonna need some jokes from you later.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to the other way. To Noah.
Noah.
Hi, I'm Noah. I play bass in the band.
Nice.
Very nice.
Nice.
It looks like you have is it Nakagusku.
Yeah, I think that is.
I didn't Nakaguskujo. You know why?
it
Courtney was
is.
sitting there. That's for you, Richie. That's for you and
Thank you.
Okay.
Kurt's in Waikiki.
and then let's go to Derek down on the bottom.
Hey, Derek Sensei.
Hi, I'm Derek Fujio. Just like Brandon, I've been on Yuntaku before, so thank you for having me back. Most people know me as a koto player, but in the band, I usually play woodwinds, so saxophone and I guess flute now, and sanshin. I'm half Okinawan on my mom's side, from Minami Nakagusku. Lots of Nakagusku going around.
Oh, lots of Nakagusku. all over the place. All right.
We should have made. Hey, so I'm very excited, right? So you guys have something. All of you guys kind of have something in common, and how you met each other, right? Brandon.
Yeah.
わかるかな?
Yes.
Curveball.
Okay, no.
Curveball.
Curveball.
No. So kind of the thing that kind of brought us together at different moments in time is the young Okinawans of Hawaii, right, DJ?
Yes.
So yeah, at some point in time, well, actually, so I've known Derek the longest. I've known him over 10 years. Kind of when I first started playing Sanshin, actually longer than that. But yeah, kind of through playing Jikata at Young Okinawans, Pon dances, and then also Kurt, well, a lot later, but Kurt also plays Sanshin, so we all take from the same instructors.
Nomura-ryu, ne?
Nomura-ryu,
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah.
I think there was a time we kind of briefly met at UH, but not really. It's maybe just a
Amongst the
passing.
25,000 people
Yes.
that are there, right? Yeah.
Maybe.
Cool.
Yeah. But yeah, Noah also plays taiko, so we do taiko together for Young Okinawans now. And Richie, I've seen him at Young Okinawan stuff. He's around sometimes.
I have a shirt. I love that
Yeah, I
shirt.
know.
The dry,
I've seen a
dry
picture of
shirt
you
is
there.
my favorite.
We have
We
a picture
young,
of
we
you in
young.
that shirt.
It's okay. It's okay. We get him to come out more. Well, hopefully soon.
Jolene Yonishige, shout out to her. She got me there.
There you
Hey,
go.
Jolene.
Thanks, Jolene.
Nice.
So, okay, guys, curious. I know you guys been playing for a while now. You guys play at the Okinawan Festival, but how did you guys decide? Let's make a band.
Mostly out of convenience. No, well, I think the first time there was any kind of hints of this group was in 2016. There was an Ukwanshin Kabudan Shima Uta Bash. That was actually the first one that they put on at the Pagoda Hotel. And there were a few groups playing. They asked me to do a set. And I knew Derek was going to be there because he was playing keyboards for Urizum, who was also there. So I figured, well, maybe Derek can play with me. And then, again, I knew Noah from Young Okinawans, and I knew he played the bass, a little bit of guitar too, but I thought, well, maybe we can bring him in to play the bass. And at that time, I was living in town, so we all lived pretty close to each other too, so it was easy to get together, practice a couple times, and then we did a set at the Shimauta Bash. Let's see, that was 2016. Okay, then 2000, guys, jump in if you feel like it. 2017, next would have been the
Yeah, I have-
Nomura-ryu.
The Nomura recital.
Yeah,
Nomura recital. Yeah.
So in 2017, there was the 60th anniversary of the Nomura-ryu Hawaii Shibu. So people came down from Okinawa to perform with us. So Kurt, Derek, and I performed in that as well. And then one of our senseis, Norman Kaneshiro sensei, he asked us if for the after party, since we're there already, since we're going to be there, if we could do some like dinner music, just kind of some background stuff. So Kurt, Derek, and I, we practiced. I remember practicing after a Sanshin practice. So we brought
Yeah, in my room. Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
And if you're not too familiar with how like Okinawan things go, we throw these big parties, we have these huge festivals, these big recitals, and then as soon as all the hard work is done, we got to throw another party right
Another
afterwards
party.
to thank everybody for coming. So, when Norman Sensei and I guess the Koto people on my side were asking, "Oh, you guys do all these things. You should just do some things." Like, oh, so it was kind of lucky that the three of us were there. And we kind of had experience playing together, so we'd kind of done something like it before. And like Brandon said, it's not usually we're like, oh, we should play because we're going to get together and play. It's because, oh, we got to play. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
So
there's a
we kind of threw it together.
Nice.
So that picture right before, if you go back,
Red one.
so that's from that Nomura-ryu after party.
Uh,
Where did we go?
Treetops.
Yeah. So actually, that one,
Oh,
Derek brought his sax. He
can we go
also
back one?
I brought a bass, a
Yeah,
string
yeah.
bass too. Yeah.
played upright bass, and then Kurt had his trumpet and he had his ukulele.
Yep.
So we did a pretty nice variety of stuff that night.
Oh, nice.
And then if you're looking at this picture, that's
Mhm.
later on in 2017.
Yeah, this is
I was
Last year before we went
Yeah.
to
That was the last
convention
festival
center.
at the park. Yeah.
yeah, that was the last festival at the park.
That's right. So this was okay. So again, I was
Wait.
asked to play a set, and again, we're all going to be there, doing other stuff. So, but
Why
again, because
not?
we played together before. Okay, so I asked Derek to play with me, Kurt, and Noah now. So now there's 4 of us, and this is when we actually, well, I guess unofficially, but in my head, officially became Yuttai Kwattai.
Mm.
So we can talk a little bit more about that in a bit. But you notice there's one more guy on
There's
the
a
stage.
fifth person. Yeah, I was like, wait, who's that?
So that's my friend Kentaro Oshiro. He came from
With
Okinawa that year to play
Radio
with
Okinawa?
to accompany ID. I forget her last name, but she was the Miuta
Shimi ID.
winner. Yeah. So and I had known him from Okinawa. So when I lived in Okinawa, he's actually one of the first guys that I made friends with at when I was going to the art university. So he's a lot younger than me, but yeah, we were good friends. And so just that day, actually, I think that morning, he said, "Hey, if there's anything I can play with you guys, I'm here." So I said, "Okay,
You're
let's try
like-
to play a song." So he played Tinsagu no Hana with us. Yeah, he
Oh.
jumped on stage with us just for that. Just jumped in.
Sasuga.
だからね。
There's the one. This is the one you were talking about from before, yeah.
Right.
The
Right.
Oh, I do see the upright bass there. That is awesome. You guys win for most
Very nice.
diverse instruments with like, how do you have 12 instruments and 5 guys? Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's what makes it exciting, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this is great.
Right.
Treetops. Wow.
Yeah. So we were, again, I wanted to call ourselves Yuttai Kwattai, but in the program, we weren't listed as that, right?
Yeah, I think it was Brandon Ing and friends.
Yeah. Brandon, which I was
It's
against.
still accurate.
But it is accurate. It is
Still true.
It's true.
Very true. And then let's see. So just going with timeline. Sorry, hope this doesn't bore anybody. But the next, so 2018, we didn't really do anything as a band. 2019, we did the festival at the convention center. I guess that was the second year at the convention center. You know? But that time we didn't have Kurt, but we gained Richie.
Yes.
So I had known Richie. I've been in contact with him for the past few years. Actually, Richie, I don't know if you remember. Like, I met you at some event at UH, like a East West Center thing. Real brief. That's actually the first time I met you. But I came to find out later that he's also Kitanaka School, so he's Shimanchu. And then, you know, because of things like social media and stuff, I realized he's also a musician. And I realized he likes a lot of the kind of music that I do too. So we ended up playing a lot of Kitanaka Gusu Shinenkais, like dinner music, for our club. So again,
Nice.
2019, I said, okay, why don't you join us on percussion? Yeah, and then fast forward to this year. This year is when we became five guys.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Do we have any other pictures we want to share? Let's see. I think we have. Oh, this was
Oh yeah.
Uchina Guchi Hirometai.
You know,
It's a nice article about Brandon and his band. See, sorry, I think they got the program that we called it Brandon Ing and Friends, right? So they,
브란던 잉의 엔토모다치.
Dushiwa.
Dushigwa だったかな?
Oh.
I think that was this is oh no, they have Yuttai Kwattai written in the
Yes.
Yeah.
in the program. Yeah.
See, because actually, this was actually one of my friends who works for the Shinpo. they wrote this up for us.
Yeah, very good. Very cool. Let's see, what else do we have? That's Richie and Brandon, probably Masa's Cafeteria. I recognize that
nice.
back.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Recognize that. I think we can recognize Pagoda, Masa's, and like all the usual suspects, right? Real quickly.
This must be the Kitanaka-gusku Shinenkai.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you can
Cool.
see Richie plays several instruments too.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We have so many talented musicians in this group. I'm just like I said, you guys win for like most varied instruments: taiko, bongo, bass, saxophone. I don't know, ukulele, trumpet. Probably all at the same time, right? So.
Guys, let me know if you're ever looking for an Asa taiko drummer, huh? One beat.
I'm sure they could incorporate you out somewhere in the DJ in the back. In the back.
Yes.
No. This is a great photo
Nice.
of what it looks like from stage
from
left.
Richie's. From
Richie's
Festival.
camera. This is it's got to be either 2018 or 19, right? Oh, 2019.
2019.
Right?
2019.
2019 festival at the convention center. Very cool.
Nice. All right.
Which brings us to 2020. You guys have had a busy year, it looks like. So tell us about all the different things. I think people are catching on to how good you guys are. And it sounds like there are other organizations, right, that asked you guys to perform?
Yeah. So we had planned to do another festival, right, Richie? Before, well, a live festival.
Matsuri.
Before, right.
Mm.
You want to talk about that?
There was through the Japan America Society of Hawaii's Next Gen committee, they wanted to bring a lot of people together, have a nice outing with food, stage in front of the IBM building, and I was all excited because I was like, I know this rad band, these really good guys that can play real well. And so I talked with Tobi Tamai and asked the guys, hey, can these guys play? And so we're so excited. We're gonna have it came with some bentos and everything. And when COVID happened, we had to switch it up. So initially it was gonna be a 30-minute show opener, and then Eden Kai was gonna play later on. And then we got cut down to 7 minutes to fit into a streamcast. But they made it happen.
Yep.
Everybody sounded great.
And they let us put in a blurb. I had planned to talk about it if we had done it live, and Richie had actually encouraged me, make sure you talk about Okinawan stuff, and the culture. Now it's its own thing, right? Ryukyu and history. So of course we didn't get to do that live, but they did let us write up a blurb about Ryukyu and history and culture. Just a real short, brief thing. And actually, I think they said it. They read it out loud too.
Yeah,
Toby.
they did.
Toby did.
Yeah.
Thanks,
so,
Toby.
Yeah, I'm glad they let us do that, because that was kind of part of the thing. Right? We wanted to be like, okay, well, we're here as an Okinawan group, so we want to be able to talk about Okinawan stuff and why we're doing what we're doing. So
I think it is neat to share with the wider Japanese community. A lot of times, I think it's especially for our generation, we come with a lot of pride, and we want to share that with the wider Japanese community, and also share how it's different, language, culture, music, word, a lot of it is all very different. And I think that's really special that you guys were able to do that. I love this. This is such a COVID-19 photo because all of you guys you look great, and then you guys all have really nice masks on. And so the kids 20 years from now are not gonna understand why we all are wearing masks in these photos. It's gonna be great. But I was super excited to see that you guys were on the JASH program, and was excited to see a lot of Okinawan representation there. So thanks.
Definitely.
Good job, Richie. All right.
Thank you.
Good job, Brandon. Yeah, that was super exciting for us. Nice
And then
photo
last
in
but not
front
least,
of
right?
the. There you go.
What's that?
Numerous virtual programming in 2020, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one was
Including this
this?
one.
Yeah.
So this
So
was
this was
Saturday.
Yes. Saturday.
so a
Was it?
lot of the music for them we ended up pre-recording on Saturday. Since
Nice.
it's 5 people, there's quite a bit involved to do live, so we decided or figure we do a pre-screening, yeah. So it was
Yeah,
a very nice
no.
day.
Nice repping Hawaii, the nice aloha shirts, guys. And so I think we do have some videos, right, that we're gonna play for the audience today. I'm so glad we were able to
We
capture
do.
this too. Video has been definitely one of those things we've all had to learn a little bit of during these COVID times, and we're excited to bring you. What's the first video we have? Let's see. Do we
So the
have? Is
first
it
one,
Asadoya?
yeah, that should be the first one, I think.
Asadoya Yunta.
Yeah.
Classic Okinawan song.
Right.
Uh,
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, if you want to tell us a little bit about, I mean,
Um,
about
so-
your version, I guess I should say.
Okay. So this song is probably one of the most recognizable Okinawan melodies, I think, as far as folk music goes. And a lot of people, well, maybe they do realize, but the version that most people are familiar with is an adaptation, kind of a recent one. Well, recent in the 1930s, it became kind of rearranged and rewritten. The words were written into Japanese language, and that's the one that most people are familiar with, this Japanese language version. And it's kind of like a love song. So it wasn't a translation. It was just a rewriting of the words to make it into kind of a sweet love song. The original version of this song, it does come from the island of Taketomi, which is part of the Yaeyama Island group. So if anybody's been to Taketomi, that's the one where they have the
Water
water buffalo tour, right? Yeah, you did on the cart. And they'll probably take you past the house where the woman lives, who the song is based on, a woman named Koyama. So the actual original words of this song, it talks about this beautiful woman who was approached by an official from the Ryukyu Kingdom, so most likely somebody from Shuri, and he wanted to marry her, but she refused. Yeah, so we got to remember that even though the Ryukyu Kingdom was a united kingdom, there were times when a lot of the outer lying island groups and even villages maybe on the main island, a lot of them, they didn't necessarily want to be part of the Ryukyu Kingdom. But anyway, so the woman refused, and that's kind of how the story goes. So the original song, I believe, has like 23 verses. We did 3 verses. But yeah, so it's a song about resistance, right? Resisting oppression. A song about staying true to your roots. Yeah, because she ends up marrying a guy from her island, or that's kind of the reason she refused to go with the other guy, the high-ranking official. Also a song about female strength. So all ideas that are still pretty relevant today, I think. Yeah, so I tried to sing it in the Teedun Muni lyrics. Teedun Muni meaning the Taketomi language, which is a variation of the Yaeyama language, which is different from Uchinaguchi. Now it's a separate language.
It's its own, yeah.
Yeah, there might be some similarities, but there's a lot of big differences.
There's a lot of differences with it, yeah.
So one of our friends, Miyoko Hata, hope she's watching now. She actually helped me. She sent me the lyrics. She kind of helped me with some of the pronunciations, because it is, again, different from what I'm used to of singing and trying to speak to. Yeah. So yeah, if Miyoko's out there, Shikai to Nihayu.
Miyoko is
So
she from Yaeyama?
She's from
Ishigaki.
Ishigaki.
Yeah. I remember her.
Yeah. So
doing a Ishigaki. Yeah, it was totally different. It was a very, very different language. So, okay.
She helped us out with this.
All right, so we have Asadoya Yunta by Yuttai Kwattai. Here we go.
いや朝どやの小山によみざししゅのくゆたらよおはりのじんだらかのしゃまよししゅやまなんだよあたろしょやこりゃおいそうよおはりのじんだらかのしゃまよ
Wow.
So maybe
That was
unexpected
awesome.
instrumentation. You know?
I love
Very
it.
nice, guys. Beautiful rendition.
I think
Thank you.
That's what's so special about your guys' group. I think you guys bring some flair. Maybe flair is the right word, but a little bit of really good, just to make it a little bit different, or a nice, like you said, some flair. I guess that's the word for it. But I love, yeah. And that's, I think, what it's songs like Asadoya Yunta that we have heard before, but not like the way you guys play it. And so I just want to.
Thank you. I think important to also note though that we are also traditionalists. Like we do, when we have one hat on, the traditional music hat. Can't believe I said that, but we are very much. We can be sticklers about traditional music and arts too. Although I know Richie has a little bit of a different take, maybe, right, Richie? Or you telling us how?
Oh, you might be muted, Richie.
Oh, sorry, Richie. I got him.
Oh.
Oh, sorry. There's like.
Still muted. Oh.
Okay, there. Sorry.
Really? Oh, cool. I really appreciate the way that the group can interpret the sounds of Okinawa and bring you into the feeling of what it might be like to be there, and bring it into an island style and bring it back. I really appreciate that. Something I can really relate to and I did really enjoy watching the young Okinawans, and I do like watching them at the bone dances, the taiko and everything. But I really like the sound that these gentlemen can make. They can do anything. It's amazing.
It's we now, we.
Yes, we are.
I don't really feel like a real musician, man. They're really good.
Look at your background, Richie.
You have the most interesting
I know.
Yeah, you like of all these guys right
that
now.
is one of
you
the
have
most. That is the most impressive background. I love it.
Thanks.
Hey, Brandon. Well, everybody actually, right? Yuttai Kwattai. What does that mean, and how did you guys come up with the name Yuttai Kwattai? Very interested. I'm sure everybody's interested.
And
as
maybe
well.
what were other names that you might have considered too?
Well,
Akisamiyo.
I don't know if any of them considered any other names, but I think Yuttai Kwattai was the only thing that I came up with.
Oh, really?
So, again, in 2017, that's when it was Noah, Kurt, Derek, and I. So that was the first time the four of us played together, and that was when I came up with the name. The word Yuttai by itself, it means four people in Okinawan language. Yeah.
Oh.
And you hear this word sometimes in songs and stuff, but you hear this term Yuttai Kwattai. And if you look up that word, yeah, it's actually kind of an onomatopoeic term, and it refers to the sound of liquid in a container, kind of sloshing back and forth. Yuttai Kwattai. So some dictionaries say, especially water, sloshing back and forth, but other translations say it could be any liquid. So whatever your favorite beverage is, put that in a container, slosh it back and forth, and you got Yuttai Kwattai. So it's kind of just a play on the words. Kwattai by itself, I don't believe means anything really, but again, Yuttai meaning four people, and then you got this kind of a humorous Yuttai Kwattai term.
Nice.
So I thought it'd be fun to call ourselves that. Of course, I do need to explain it, repeatedly so that people actually get it, get why it's kind of funny. But yeah.
So now that you guys are 5 members strong, is there any? Do you have any thoughts of changing the name? What would it be if it was 5? What's the word for 5?
Yuttai
Well,
kana.
well, for 5 people, you got Ichitai, but you also have Gunin.
Gunin.
So there's two ways to say 5 people. So I've thought of, we could call ourselves Guburi Sabira if we're 5 people. No.
Wait.
now you gotta-
So what does Guburi Sabira mean though?
So Guburi Sabira, so again, just taking that first gu sound from Gunin and then putting in Guburi Sabira, it means excuse me. It's like like an apology. So excuse us. We are
Guburi Sabira.
now.
I like it.
The other thing I thought of is, since Yuttai still means 4 people, right? But now we're 5, so they could all be Yuttai and I could be Kwattai. So there's another way we could keep the name.
I like the name.
Yeah. Very nice. I like the
my
explanation
goodness.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yuttai Kwattai.
And nobody's
Too funny.
ever, even in the band, nobody's argued. So I don't know if they have any opinion.
Johnny Tomura said Yuttai Ippai.
Yuttai.
Ippai. Yuttai plus 1.
Yuttai plus 1. I love the way that the group has kind of come together organically. I like how you just said out of convenience and necessity, basically, right? But that's what makes it, I think, so special. I think, and the fact that you guys are all very talented in your own right, and I think this is another example of just like we are so lucky to have our Okinawan community here, and that to get musicians, and all of you have studied in different areas and started in different areas, and to all come together out of convenience and in and then to make something so wonderful is just amazing to me. So I know you have let's see, we can I want to hear from Noah a little bit. If you want to tell us a little bit about yourself, and I'm not picking on you, but Noah, tell us a little bit how you got involved with the Okinawan community. And I know that you also used to play in LA, right, at one point.
Yeah, so I don't know how many years ago, but my wife and I kind of got drawn into the young Okinawans orbit and kind of showed up at
Like
things through some friends, and then at some point I was a member and drumming and all of that. Yeah.
See, that's how it organically happens. It just happens, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so like I'd been playing bass since I was in like high school, I guess, and then played in some bands in high school, and when I went to LA, played in a band there, and then moved back and kind of played here and there. So it was just kind of there. And if you're a bass player, it's easier for people to just kind of ask you to play because I guess nobody wants to.
Everybody needs a bass player. Everyone needs a bass player.
Everyone needs
Love
a bass
it.
player.
It's
Yeah,
your foundation,
absolutely.
exactly.
And by the way, any song that has a low lead at karaoke, Noah's the guy.
Noah's your guy.
Oh, very
All
nice,
right.
very nice.
Let's sing some Boys to Men next time.
Oh, yes.
Hey, there's 5 of us.
I know. Oh, did they have 4?
Oh,
We
was it
can all
4?
take parts.
Okay.
There was 4. Yuttai na,
Yeah,
yuttai.
Yuttai.
Oh, and then that's awesome. Like Richie too. You have a lot of a musical background too, and you've played in other bands or groups maybe too.
I have. So I grew up playing the piano, and then in junior high school, picked up the guitar. But I used to love playing drums. I used to listen to a lot of Bon Jovi, so I get those ice cream containers and chopsticks and stuff. And that was. So I'm from Pearl City. We moved to the Philippines for a while, came back home, and when I was a junior in high school, yeah, my dad was worked for the Navy, so we lived in Subic Bay, and that's actually how we got to visit Okinawa the first time when I was a kid.
Oh.
But we came back to Hawaii, and my dad was like, "What do you want for your birthday?" And I was like, "I want a drum set, Dad."
Every parent's
He's
dream.
He is.
Yeah.
I tell you what, my mom and dad, they are so patient because I was playing some rock music. They'd come home, after a long day, you don't want to hear that. And the house is just shaking. My friends and I are just shaking the house. And so that went into some punk rock music. We were in the scene locally for a little while. And my friends Matt and Mike, we played here. And yeah, maybe 4th grade, everybody played ukulele, so got a little bit of that
Yep.
too.
Those 4 chords will take you far, man.
That's true.
Oh, very cool.
Hey, Richie, you were also you're like a president of JET program here in Hawaii.
That's correct. The Japan Exchange Teaching Program. Yes. So that's where I first met
man.
Lynn when I left for. Okay, so I've been trying to get to Okinawa and live there for a while, and I applied on JET and put in Okinawa first choice, Chiba-ken, and Chiba-ken for 2nd and 3rd. Went to Hiroshima, but I came back home and the board was so welcoming. John Anbe was president, and Mark O'Hara was vice president. They had a really good committee, a good board together, and I served on the board, the executive board from 2016 to 2019. So now Christian Lipumano is the new alumni president. It was a lot of fun. We got to work with the consulate, see a lot of great people go off and work in Japan, Okinawa.
Yeah, I gotta do a quick shout out for the JET program. I got lucky. I was one of those that I got Okinawa.
Oh, so lucky.
I know, sorry. But I rode that wave as long as it would take me because I got a position in Okinawa and I held on to it for 5 years. But yeah, it was another amazing experience. I'm very thankful for that opportunity that I got to live in Okinawa. I was there a while ago though, 03 to 08. So
Oh, nice.
yeah.
You know, I got
Alright.
to Okinawa in '09, and so
Yeah.
many people, when they found out I was from Hawaii, they asked me, "Do you know Lynn? Do you know Lynn?" Yeah,
Okay, confession. I gotta
can-
tell you guys,
you
I
can-
knew Brandon from when he was like little. He was like little. His
Yeah.
older sister Tammy was like my best friend in like at King Intermediate. So we were like, so that
Yeah,
must have
way
made
back.
you what, like third grade or fourth grade or something? Yeah.
I think, yeah, around fourth, fifth. Yeah.
Used to call his house it.
Yeah, and I, you know, at that time I could still act like I was my sister because my voice was still high. So we'd prank her friends sometimes, and I would answer the phone, pretend to
And
be
make
her.
like he was Tammy. Yes, this is how I met Brandon. This is how I met Brandon. He used to answer the phone and make like he was Tammy. And we talked to him for a little bit, and then we realized it wasn't Tammy. So all kinds of like in classic Hawaii way, you know, all kinds of connections going on here. Oh man, this is why Yuntaku Live is so great because we get to. I bet you people have seen you guys on stage. You know, they've seen you guys perform, but they never get to hear these stories behind the scenes and how you got there. Oh, nice! You got all kinds of people
Roger.
just.
Thanks for tuning in from Chatang.
Yeah.
Good surf over there. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Also want to show Travis. How do I do that? Am I doing that right? Travis. When he was talking about this, you know, we were talking about different interpretations and stuff like that. But he also he was able to buy your CD, Brandon.
Oh, very
Wow,
nice.
cool. Thank you, Travis.
Yeah.
Hey, David.
Oh, how do I do this? Am I doing this wrong? Okay. See, this is why we should have DJ. Sorry, I'm doing
okay,
something
okay.
wrong here. Okay,
You're fine.
okay.
Hey, Noah, I gotta get back to you, man. So I poor guy, I tease him because I love his beard so much. He always has the best beard. This is actually on the shorter side, and it kind of goes vary. Sometimes he has no beard, but sometimes he has a mean beard, and it's amazing. But I always tease him that someday he could play an actor as Okinawan royalty or Okinawan king. Doesn't he look like an
Yeah.
Okinawan king?
Should he? I know. I could totally see the.
Show Noah.
DJ, do you have beard
Yeah,
envy?
very nice beard. I do.
I've been actually mistaken for DJ throughout the events. Like people wave at me
Hey,
from
when you
across
guys
the
have
parking lot.
The Tisaji, the A side of the front,
Yeah,
right?
you know,
Yeah.
he said
And they'll like come up and be like,
kinda,
"Wait, you're not David."
We're similar height too, right? You're taller.
yeah, you
but-
guys are both kind of tall, and you have the odaiko, right? Yeah, it's just hard. I probably have been one of those people that have yelled at you from behind. Oh man, but I know we have another video coming up. I think what is this one called? I think we have Ichibi Gwa, and tell us
Ichibi Gwa.
about this song a little bit.
Okay. So this one, Ichibigwa is a folk song, Okinawan folk song, and it's pretty commonly used for Yeisa. So, if you heard the actual traditional version of it, you might recognize it. But what we've done is we took the lyrics for Ichibigwa. So Ichibi is like it's often translated to strawberry, but it's not actually a strawberry. It's some kind of UQ berry. Yeah, so not exactly the same. But we put the words to a more modern song called Sweet Pea by Amos Lee. So we've done this one 2019 festival. I actually did this one by myself at the last, or the Yuntaku I did for
That's right.
with you folks. But it's the first time we're doing it all five of us together. So
Oh, yay.
yeah.
I gotta throw in you talking about the obong or the Asa version, the Mino version. In speaking about how we like to mix the culture, just as an Easter egg, whenever I take the solo on the saxophone in the middle, I try to throw in the utamochi or the melody from the original Ichibigwa. So if you listen out for that, That's what the one dance version sounds like.
On saxophone.
Yeah, on
On
saxophone.
saxophone.
Okay.
I love it.
Very nice. All
Nice
right.
little tidbit.
Without further ado,
Ichubigwa.
Ichubi wani furiti Jachimi muda kayuti Kayuti kayuhi bosachi nanu banju Ichubi wayana jichi Ashina mahani kayuti Abagashi nubuchi peyuru kayuti Umuhi ati karaya kayuti adana yumi Tirasa shibujo no ashido matiru Ichubi wani furiti Jachimi mura kayuti Sa umoya ga chon kanashi ga Umoya ga chon kanashi ga Yeah, umoya ga chon kanashi ga chon
Ooh, smooth. I love it.
very
Yeah.
awesome.
I like you said, I think a lot of people recognize kind of the song, the melody right away because it's one of the and it's just such a smooth song and I love and then but when you hear when you realize oh wait this is different and it's just that wonderful mix I think of and different interpretations and the saxophone. You don't get to hear saxophone too often anymore, so yeah. Oh, that one was great. So let's dive a little bit into. We're gonna we did Noah, Richie. Okay, Kurt. So tell us a little bit about all the different instruments you play, and we heard a little bit about how you got started with the group, but and tell us. You also understand you're an instructor.
Yes. So for college, I did a bachelor's in music, and then went back for a post-baccalaureate in music education. So, I mean, basically, just growing up, music was just something that always caught my attention. So, I think it was like in 5th grade, I was first introduced to ukulele, and I just fell in love with it. So, my parents were very nice and bought me a kamaka. And those were expensive even back then in the 90s. So I felt very happy and privileged that they were able to do that for me. I mean, even in elementary school, like you actually start with recorder. Back then it was like, no, not ready for me. It's just like maybe like for a few days, it's like okay, but after I was like, nah. But yeah, ukulele was just something. Once I got to play it, something just connected. So that was the start. I was also in a Manana Elementary, the Keiki o Manana course. So I actually did some singing, not so much now, but I actually started with singing too. And I think
cool.
Actually, I mean, we did karaoke every once in a while at some other things, Lynn, so you kind of know.
Yeah. I don't
duets.
sing. I do karaoke.
Yes.
kind of a
Yeah.
difference.
And then from there, I got interested in bands, so that's where I started learning trumpet. But I also was doing some ukulele lessons at the same time. So I don't remember the name of the instructor, but there was someone that taught ukulele lessons at the YWCA. So I was going there for a while. Then I went to Royce Sakumua. And trumpet was through school and some music lessons through that. And that carried on to college. And that's where
Very
I met Norman Constantine and started the Sanshin. So, I didn't answer
And I
the other
understand.
question.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Um,
Yeah, so the instruments, beyond the ones I mentioned, as part of the music education program, you do have to learn how the basics of all the band, the orchestra, the instruments, some of the basic percussion instruments, and even learn how to sing and teach people to sing. So, in
That's a
theory,
wide
I can play
range.
every instrument. Yeah, in theory, I can play
In
all of
theory.
them, but it's not going to sound the greatest. So, I'll probably sound better if it's all the brass instruments, because it's similar to playing trumpet with a few differences. But yeah,
I didn't realize
That's
they had you
awesome.
guys do such a wide range, but I guess that makes sense.
yeah.
But yeah, that's awesome. So, and I know you also do Sanshin with Nomura Ryu, right? And
Yes.
I know we have when we did that video of last year's Okinawa Festival of Nomura Ryu, I was seeing like a lot of the same people, right? I love how we're all in different
that's
groups.
right.
So you see Brandon, Norman, Kurt, yeah, and in those videos. All right.
And then always thank you, Kurt, for playing. So Kurt is always playing Sanshin in the Jikata for the Young Okinawans Bon Dance as well too. And that's how I met him. So
Yeah, so that's how I got to meet a lot of people in Yale too.
miss it.
I know.
Miss it so
Until
I
much.
you
know. We're all
became
like,
one of us.
oh, yeah.
I think I forgot the dances already.
No, yeah, I know. It's something about the jikata all scrunched up, playing like this because there's no space, right?
Nope.
That we all miss. We all miss so much. Okay, but let's go down to Derek. Derek Fujio. I know we actually had a whole episode on Derek because he's got this like wonderful history and background. But if you could tell us a little bit for maybe listeners who didn't see your Yuntaku episode, kind of very briefly, I guess if you can briefly, your musical journey, which I don't know how you would do that very briefly, but
Yeah, okay. So if you don't know me, my name is Derek Fujio. I've been kind of involved in performing arts and Okinawan stuff my whole life.
first, yeah.
So this year makes like 30 years of doing it. So I started doing Okinawan dance when I was 3, Sanching with Norman Kanashiro when I was 5, Koto when I was 13, and then a whole bunch of other stuff along the way. Kind of like Kurt, along the way in middle school, my life got sidetracked by band. And then that kind of took over things for a while. And, like him, I made my profession out of it. So I'm a band and orchestra teacher at Kaimuki Middle School by trade. Went through college and learned all the instrument stuff. And I guess that kind of puts me here where we are now. It's kind of my job, but it's also my way of releasing and getting to have fun with and make music with these guys, 4 guys, 5 guys, whatever we are. Us Yuttais.
1, 2, 3.
Really quickly too, I just want to give a shout out and thank to Derek. So my sister does musical theater a lot, and Derek is there with like 5 different instruments in the orchestra pit. So I got to see a different side of Derek, like outside of the Okinawa music world, right? He's also very well regarded in the like you said, he teaches at Kaimuki Middle, and he does so much other musical. I don't know, you were like doing oboe. What else were you playing?
Just
For
woodwinds,
all of
oboe,
those
flute,
music-
clarinet, saxophone.
Oboe sometimes.
And that's we certainly missed it. Yeah, we don't have live theater.
I know
right now,
live
so-
theater is another one of those things that just waiting for when we can do that again. So But yeah, like I said, that's why this is such a talented group of guys, and
Yes.
I think I'm so excited that most of you I think have a basis in traditional Okinawan arts, and I think that's also very important. That we can branch out, but it's always good to have roots, right? And to make sure that we keep that sense of traditional Okinawan arts is, and that's why personally, I'm thankful that I started at, like you said, 6 years old, right? 5 years old with Okinawan dance. And I feel like that's given me a foundation for everything else to build upon. So like you, Derek. Derek and I are like close in age. So I remember Derek is like a 3-year-old and I was probably a 5-year-old, right? At the time. And we'd like perform at those similar Okinawan events as little kids together. Derek was so cute. You guys, there's so many photos of Derek as a little kid dancing because he was so cute. Yeah. Tanchame. Yeah.
Derek says, yeah, I remember, from your show, I remember specifically you mentioning that, like to always experiment with new music, right? New things.
Yeah.
And so how is this journey of, is this the first time being in I don't know if you would call it a rock band or like a band like this?
Jazz, Okinawa.
Jazz band? Jazz.
What genre is Yuttai Kwattai?
I actually,
is that hard to...
I dabbled quite a lot in this kind of stuff. If you go back, when I was a kid, we would be touring along with Eric Wada and Norman them when they did Namikaji. So that was like the first big, O-pop power rock band in Hawaii.
O-pop.
And then I did some gigs right around high school. We played like at the Academy of Arts and my grad party and some weird things with like Norman on Sunshine guitar, Darren Mishra would play koto, I would play oboe. We did some Okinawan wedding gigs. It was weird, but it was fun.
Keeping it weird, all right.
And then for like the last decade or so, I had the privilege of being with Ichiro Shiroma sensei as he kickstarted the whole Urizung thing about bringing the kids in and making it cool and accessible and fun to play Okinawan pop music. And for me, being a part of Yuttai Kwattai is kind of both of those things. Is especially since these guys are so flexible and so talented and so chill. It's like coming back to family because we don't, like you heard, we played once a year before or once every 2 years before, but it's like coming back to old friends. And as soon as we got together, like the Asadoyo Yunta, the first time we ever tried it was 2 weeks ago. And then we just started kind of tinkering with it and taking it apart and figuring out different ways we could do stuff. So we could be creative in our own ways, and nothing is set. And we just kind of make it up as we go along because jazz or because we're faking it.
Yeah, they showed up with a flute. We're like, wow, wait, here's a flute.
He surprised us. He just brought the flute. So it's like, oh, sweet.
Okay.
Yeah, because Brandon had it as a saxophone demo. He did it all on a computer with virtual instruments, and as soon as I heard it, I was like, oh, that's lo-fi South American flute jazz. I gotta jump on that. So I just made the choice, and I guess it worked out. But
this is what I'm talking about.
Derek's
Pure
story.
Genius.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jumping on Derek's story, when we first four of us got together and we practiced at Derek's place, we just kind of put out a song and was like, okay, here's the melody and let's just figure stuff out. We just pieced stuff together and we just narrowed it down. And that was one of the songs we performed at the Kapilani Okinawa Festival.
Was there a lot of Yuttai Kwattai to bring out that creativity?
Not that time.
that was a public
Especially in the middle of the day.
Middle of the day. No, these guys do that sober. Yeah, just imagine. Yeah. But I know we have a third video. We have another one, and it's this one we wanted to feature one of Brandon's songs. Let's sing Uchinaguchi, right?
Right.
Volume 5. So tell us a little bit about that one.
So this is Let's Sing Uchinaguchi Volume 5. And it's basically, it basically goes over some simple greetings in Okinawan language. There's, like any language, there's various ways to greet people. But this kind of goes over how to say it's a good morning, it's a good day, it's a good evening. Um, and let's see, this is also one that we played at the 2019 festival, but again, first time we're doing it all together. So we added Kurt this time, and he played ukulele on this one. Yeah, so
A
let's see
world
what's
premiere is what I'm hearing.
But just recently, I was able to, if I could just kind of bring this out.
Yeah. Bring it.
Oh,
Do we have the
promotion
website?
here.
No problem.
So I put, if you're familiar with the animated videos that I've been putting on YouTube since 2011, I guess. A lot of people had been wanting me to do this, but I finally was able to put just all the audio onto like one album, and kind of recently it got printed and I have the shipment. So it is I am selling it, and it is also available on the HUA online store, right, on the marketplace.
Yes.
yay, very
So
nice.
if you go to shophoa.com, you can buy your copy there. And I know a bunch of people did buy it
So thank you very
on the
much,
Purple Friday one.
everybody.
Really good Christmas gifts. Awesome. So let's see. So we're gonna get a sneak peek, right, into.
Yeah. So just to kind of clarify, on the recordings, it's only me doing all the harmonies and all the all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so I'm glad to be able to do it live with my friends here, and they sing with me and play instruments. So
Awesome. Let's see. So this is the Let's Sing Uchina Guchi, Volume 5.
It's a good morning. Agaitida, that's a rising sun. It's gonna be a good day. Ashibana, let's have some fun. When the sun is going down, Sagaitida. Soon there will be no more sunlight. Nakura Saibinya, it's already dark. But Yuru Yaibinya, it's such a nice night. Asa Yaibinya, it's a good morning. Agaitida, that's the rising sun. Yihiru Yaibinya, it's gonna be a good day. The Ashibana, let's have some fun. Then when the sun is going down, Sagahitida. Soon there will be no more sunlight. Nakura Saibinya, it's already dark. But Yuru Yaibinya, it's such a nice night.
That was awesome. Thank you again. I'm super excited to explain. So it's also on Spotify. That's actually how I've been listening to it for those of you who have Spotify. Let's see. You go to Brandon Ng. Hang on. Sorry. I was supposed to cue this up. Hang on. It's on Spotify.
Oh, so you're just gonna look up Brandon Ng on Spotify, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, very nice.
And his latest released album, Let's Sing Uchinaguchi. So I don't know if that works for everybody. I have the premium, so I just thought about that. But for those of you who do have Spotify, you can check it out over there.
Very
That's
nice.
super awesome. But yeah, tell us a little bit about the process maybe in putting this together. I know you said that people have been asking you to do this for a long time,
Yeah.
and
So I feel like a lot of people who thankfully picked up my first album, they thought some of these songs would be on it. So I hope they weren't disappointed. Um, but yeah, so again, I had started. I guess the first one I did back in 2011, I think, was
oh yeah,
maybe
Richie, hold it up
2012.
again.
So
You have it?
that's
That's the
the
one.
first one. Thanks, Rishi.
Yeah. Ichi.
That was
Ichi.
designed by Karo. So
Oh.
in case anybody's
Cool.
wondering.
Such cool work. Tachimaya.
But yeah, I should actually mention. So this whole project, the animations and illustrations, I asked one of my friends who's actually from Brazil. He's an Okinawan guy from Brazil who does digital animations and stuff. I actually asked him first if he could do an animation for that first song. Well, and he agreed, but he said, okay, to do the illustrations, I'm gonna ask somebody else to do it because the way that I illustrate is not really fit for these, because it was basically for kids. It's a kids song series is what the original idea was. So he asked his other friend, also from Brazil, to illustrate. So she did the illustrations. Her name is Katsumi Gushiken. If you watch the animations, it's Igor Moromizato, who did the animations. And then for this album here, Karo, my wife, actually used the illustrations and she designed the CD here. So it's a very much a worldwide
Uchinanchu album.
Very,
What is just
very cool.
awesome.
Yeah. So
People can watch the animations on YouTube, right? You have your Let's Sing Uchinaguchi page on YouTube. And oh, great! I saw you hit 1,000 subscribers.
yes, I did. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Everyone go type in Let's Sing Uchinaguchi on YouTube and you can go subscribe to Brandon's
it,
page too. Let's
Brandon,
Sing
Uchinawa is
Uchinaguchi.
2 A's?
Yeah.
Uchinaguchi.
Uchinaguchi.
Oops. Here you go. I put it right here for everybody. So on YouTube,
Yeah.
just search Let's Sing Uchinaguchi and be the 1,001st subscriber.
Yeah.
There you go.
So actually, part of what it was during the quarantine, I had time to finally dig up the old files. I hear somebody playing.
Yeah.
So I had to go into one of my old computers that doesn't even very. It's kind of a worry if it's even going to turn on.
I was gonna say, hope you have that backed up.
The mouse track the battery is swollen, so the mouse track doesn't work, or the trackpad. Yeah, but I was able to grab all the old GarageBand files, and kind of I had been wanting to adjust the volumes and everything. So finally, because I had more time, I was able to do that. And
Well, there's a silver lining in COVID if I ever heard one. All right.
yeah,
Oh, wow. So I know we have one more video. I think we have another
we
video. All right. And this one, Achamegwa. Achamegwa.
that's amazing.
And tell us a little bit about this.
Okay.
Achame. Well, first, yeah.
So this is an original song, and Achame is yeah, exactly what Lin is doing now. So a lot of people refer to that as kachashi. Not that it's wrong to call it kachashi, but kachashi refers more to the music. So the musicians are doing kachashi. They're playing this fast, upbeat music on their sanshin, and then the dance that people are dancing to. This is actually achame.
Achame.
Acha achame. um, and I guess so. When you hear the song, it sounds very like island, almost a reggae feel to it. Um, to be completely honest, I think it was kind of inspired by Catch a Fire. If you guys are familiar with that
Nice.
reggae band, because
Yep.
sometimes they have some songs about like moving your feet, like kind of dancing, um, putting on dancing shoes, this kind of stuff. If, and so that was kind of the inspiration for the chorus, like move your feet to the syncopated beat of the kachashi, and then that's kind of how it sprung about. Um, so yeah,
Excited. This is gonna be my. I already know. I have this on loop.
It's going in my head right now. I'm
Yeah, I
hearing
know. I'm gonna
achame
have this on loop.
in my head.
All right.
yeah, and not that it
Sounds-
sounds like, not that I was trying to sound like Catch a Fire or anything, but just kind of that idea of kind of this, yeah, syncopated reggae feel with talking about dancing.
Nice. Okinawan style.
Cha-
Achame
achame
gua.
gua.
Yeah.
There's a party about to begin. Can you feel it? Somebody starts to play the sunshine. Can you hear it? We got food, we got friends, we got family like Italy Banjole. When it comes to the end, you better not go home yet. But let's not forget you got to move your feet to the syncopated beat of the kachashi. Hands from side to side. No need to be haji, cause how you doing the achame while you move your feet to the syncopated beat of the kachashi. Hands from side to side. And if you find yourself lost, just follow your grandma. Haya sensu do yuihana. Haya sensu do yuihana. It don't matter the occasion, as long as the music plays on. When it starts, get out of your chair. Your body feels that rhythm and your hands go up in the air. All the shimanchu should know what to do. You got to move your feet to the syncopated beat of the kachashi. Hands from side to side. No need to be haji, cause how you doing the achame while you move
Dude. That is so awesome. And, I don't know if you guys can see us in the back. We're like,
Very nice,
definitely
guys.
A new favorite. I think is
Yeah,
definitely
absolutely.
going to be
Hey,
one of our most requested songs. I have a feeling.
it's gonna be the new Achame. Hey, Linda has a quick question for Richie. Rich.
It's called a cajon. It's a wooden box, and they
It's called
usually
box.
it's a wooden box, and it has a sound hole in the back, and they usually have like on a snare drum they have a snare inside, but this one is just a straight wood box with like a really thin sheet of wood on the front. I got it off Facebook Marketplace. Good deal.
Oh, wait! Not the HUOA marketplace.
No,
You're gonna have to
if
change
you
that,
had,
man.
I would have.
Yeah. Or maybe we can make them. I don't know how many we would need. And yeah, but it sure does make
Awesome.
me also, Janine, make us miss our in-person events. And I can't wait to. There is nothing like live music. There is. I mean, this is Yuntaku Live is great, and I think virtual shows like this are great. But there is something to be said about live music when it hits you in the heart, right? Yeah. So I can't wait to hear you guys live again. Hear all of those,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and
can't
to
wait
all
to
of
go
our
live.
musicians out there, I know the musicians have been one of the hardest hit during the pandemic, and
Absolutely.
a lot of them are struggling right now. And so support your local musicians, and make
Yes.
sure that we are all, it's another form of arts that we can't lose, during the pandemic. And I think it's something that people appreciate. We will appreciate it so much more, when we get to go back to live events and live concerts and all of that.
Yes.
But
Yes.
so just want to say thank you so much, you guys. But sorry, what were you gonna say, DJ?
Well, quick question. Yeah. So where do you guys, hopefully the pandemic will, disappear next year, hopefully, right? But I mean, where do you guys see yourselves in the future, real quick? And then how can the viewers find out a little bit more about Yuttai Kwattai? I mean, where can they see more of them? Is there a YouTube page? Yeah.
Guess we have to work on that.
Yeah, there's no. I put some Yuttai Kwattai stuff on my own page. Not the Let's Sing Uchinaguchi one, just my personal YouTube page. But not all of them. Only a couple videos.
Well, you heard it, folks. Actually, this is probably one of the videos that you can share. HUOA. If you go to our HUOA and find the Yuttai Kwattai episode of Yuntaku Live, I think this is where I'm
That's
going to
true.
go back and play this episode and hear, listen to the music again. So awesome.
This is so much fun, guys. Thanks so much for coming onto the show.
Thank you for having me.
Just to let you know, they, it took a lot of their time, busy schedules. They came out on Saturday to do the filming, and had a lot of people in the background, Johnny Tomura, and then also Christy Romero to help out, put the videos together. So thank you so much for everybody to make this fun
And
show.
we got to thank
Welcome,
DJ and Jacob Higa, who also helped, put this
that's
together
right.
for us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Thank
Jacob.
you.
Yay.
Thank you so much, guys. And then last but not least, we do have one more video to end the show. And, there's a story behind this. Ever since we've been doing virtual festival, I've been bugging John, bugging the crew. Hey, we got to get a drone. We got to get a drone because I always wanted to play with a drone. To this day, I've never controlled a drone before. But John had happened to bring a drone in our shooting. So I said, well, how about we go outside and, take a shot real quick. So I took one of Brandon's other song called
Video shot, by the
Moashibi.
way.
Video shot.
Not a shot.
Moashibi. Wait, sorry, what's that?
Nothing.
Moashibi だよね。
Oh, more
okay.
Yeah.
Moashibi だよね。And I thought it was an awesome video and awesome song to close out the day. So, yeah. But anyways, thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much to the viewers.
I know.
Great to see you guys. I hope to see you guys in live and Bon Dance very very soon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Actually,
I know.
that's what we hope to see ourselves in the near
I
future.
know.
Maybe
That's
together.
where-
Yes.
yeah.
Play for
We're gonna-
people.
I want to be
we're gonna-
outside. It's, yeah.
We're gonna dance to the Yuttai version of Asadoe Yuntai. It should be glad. Just kidding, just kidding. Jodan, jodan. All right, guys. So, moashibi. See you guys.
So
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.